Okay, it's not Monkey Island Monday, but there are some new things to talk about, and it's something I've had a lot of comments about on this channel, so I thought I'd make this video to explain how certain features in the game will work, specifically how hints will work. Some people were worried that the hint system will be shoved down their throats, but that doesn't appear to be the case. Thanks to IGN's coverage of Return to Monkey Island, we get to see exactly how the system will work, and we even get to hear the Voodoo Lady speak for the first time since 2009. So let's start with her and the hint book and find out exactly how this fits into the game.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way, think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge.
Ron Gilbert had previously revealed that the hint system was well integrated into the game and would have a purpose within the story. Now we know how that actually plays out. The hint book is a real actual item Guybrush gets early in his adventure to help solve puzzles. The actual system itself is nothing new, a tiered hint system that become commonplace in point and clicks, including Broken Sword and the Monkey Island special editions. But this system is smart. It knows where you are, what you've done, what methods you've tried, and the advice is tailored to you, as if by magic or voodoo. At first, the hint book provides a vague explanation to set players on the right path. The second clue is a little bit more direct, with the third clue providing the answer that players need. This is a totally optional item that will sit in the player's inventory and can be called upon as and when it's needed. One thing that I'm unsure about is when exactly in the game Guybrush acquires it. It's definitely near the start of the game, but as previously revealed by the developers, the game picks up directly after Monkey Island 2, with Guybrush and LeChuck in the Carnival of the Damned. So there may be a chance that this won't be a playable segment of the game, or if it is, there won't be any puzzles. Maybe it will serve as a tutorial area so the game will be a bit more linear at this point, or perhaps this part of the story will be told through cutscenes. We also get our first in-depth look at the Voodoo Lady, who has retaken up her residence on Melee Island. Times look tough for the mysterious voodoo priestess, as everything in her shop is at a deep discount. As you may know if you've watched my videos a few times, I believe the game takes place post Tales of Monkey Island, so it's interesting to see the dynamic between Guybrush and the Voodoo Lady, which you would expect to be a little bit more strained. So I'm willing to concede that this small clip may suggest the game takes place before the revelations in Tales. Another clip revealed by IGN was how Guybrush's Journal works in Return to Monkey Island. First appearing in the opening cutscenes of The Curse of Monkey Island, his journal is a document containing all of his adventures. In Return to Monkey Island, it provides players with a recount of his adventures, and if you're brand new to the series, the journal will get you up to date so you can enjoy the game straight away. Here's the clip shared by IGN.
Hey, want to see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate. That's me, Guybrush Threepwood. In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time. The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy. Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map. On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath. the monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear. I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other. We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that? It was the beginning of something magical. These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop. Elaine always seems to know when I need her.
Guybrush's journal is filled with scribbles, scrawls, and even his attempt at creating a signature. The video shared by IGN is titled How Guybrush's Scrapbook Recaps the First Two Games. And I don't know about you, but I find that a little bit odd. If I'm reading between the lines, it makes me think the scrapbook might recap other stuff. Maybe the other 3 games in the series too. But they're still keeping tight-lipped about that as it's a rich area for speculation, although I may be the only one speculating about that. There's bound to be someone commenting on my video, this video, that they already confirmed that it takes place between 2 and 3, but that's not the case at all. We saw elements of the scrapbook used in the gameplay reveal trailer. At the time, I had assumed it was just created as marketing material for the trailer and not anything actually taken from the game. And while that still may be the case, I'm leaning towards the screen grabs being from the journal we find in this game. Morgan was definitely featured in a picture locked in combat with Elaine, so my hope for her to be in the game is renewed. Ron Gilbert has said they do weird stuff with time in this game, and one of my early predictions was that this game will take place at multiple points in the timeline, perhaps filling in the gaps between each of the Mighty Pirates adventures. So if that's the case, maybe as we progress through Return to Monkey Island, we'll unlock the scrapbook pages for his other later adventures. And if that is the case, it will be fun to see how Ron and Dave summarize Curse of Monkey Island and Escape from Monkey Island, considering they had nothing to do with either. Watching the scrapbook video, we see an in-depth recount of the secret of Monkey Island, but LeChuck's revenge is seemingly squeezed onto one page, despite being a longer, larger story. I reckon it's an abridged look and we will get something more comprehensive in the full game. Speaking of the full game, it's what, 5 days away? Less if you're not watching this on the day I upload it. On a scale to 1 to 10, how excited are you? Will you be playing it on the day of release? Did you book some time off to do so? Hit me up in the comments and be sure to subscribe and join my crew to Monkey Island.